Hey, it's your guy right here. Listen, I'm in the cabin. You know, I love talking, right? And so I'm talking to my new friend Henry, and I want to bring him on here in a minute. And we're just going to talk to him about his journey, his life journey to America. His working in Las Vegas now. He's a taxi driver, but there's more to his story. So stay tuned right here on what is this? I don't know, Kevin Allen on the road and whatever title they put on it and whatever. But stay tuned. This is a cool story with our new friend in Las Vegas. All right, here we are, and we get a nice shot of the back of your head. And try to speak up for me. I know you got a really stern voice, but
I see.
how are you? And say hi to everybody.
Okay. Hello.
What's your name again, sir?
My name is Henry John.
Henry John. And Henry John,
Yeah.
you have a unique story. You came from
Nigeria, eastern part of Nigeria.
How old were you when you came here, sir?
I was of school age. I went to college in Utah State University in Logan.
Yeah.
I have a master's degree from the university, and I had a job after school. The job took me all over Utah, Idaho, Pocatello area, California, LA area.
You've had quite an experience, sir. I mean,
Yes, I did.
And like we were just talking before this, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
how do we understand each other's past and history in this unique universe we're in? And like, I think I used a comparison. I came from an upbringing of snow.
Right.
You come from a place in Nigeria that's much like Las Vegas desert.
Exactly.
Talk about that. How did that work for you coming to America?
No, it was I left home on a Christmas day. In fact, we were eating, my senior brother tapped me on the shoulder, say, Henry, your flight is leaving, come on, hurry. So I left the food, and my wife took me to the airport. It's not too far away from where we lived.
Yeah.
And so it was the Christmas, that's December, is the height of summer there. But when I got to Utah, I never saw snow before.
Yeah.
I never felt cold before.
Okay.
I didn't know you had even clothing for winter or shoes or whatever you have to protect for the weather. I didn't have any. So I was in my plain clothes. When I got, they said, that is snow, don't go out. Oh my goodness. And then when I settled, it was really cold and the snow was everywhere. I thought I was gonna die. I could have gone back home, but the shame of, after all that trouble, to come and go back and say I couldn't make it because the weather was too much against me. I said, well, let me tough it out. So I stayed, and when I finished, but I have children, 4 boys and 1 girl. 3 of the boys were born in Nigeria, but they came after I left home. They were under 6 years of age, the biggest one. Now they all went to elementary school, Mountain Crest High School in Utah, and they are all graduates. And 3 of them have master's degrees. And the 4th boy is a major in the U.S. Army, and he works in Israel, Egypt, Palestine, and all that area, but he's in town now because of the fighting over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just hearing this. So, what an amazing story.
Yeah.
I mean, your journey all the way from Nigeria to America.
Sure.
And yeah. And I apologize. And the journey that you came though was so crazy. And now you raise this family here in America. It's amazing.
Right. And the last boy is a colonel in the U.S. Air Force. He went to the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And he's now in Italy, but he visits all the time. And
wow.
They say, that is snow, don't go out. Oh my goodness. And then when I settled, it was really cold and the snow was everywhere. I thought I was gonna die. I could have gone back home, but the shame of, after all that trouble, to come and go back and say I couldn't make it because the weather was too much against me. I said, well, let me tough it out. So I stayed, and when I finished, but I have children, 4 boys and 1 girl. three of the boys were born in Nigeria, but they came after I left home. They were under 6 years of age, the biggest one of them. Now they all went to elementary school, Mountain Crest High School in Utah, and they are all graduates. And three of them have master's degrees. And the fourth boy is a major in the U.S. Army, and he works in Israel, Egypt, Palestine, and all that area, but he's in town now because of the fighting over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just hearing this, so what an amazing story.
Yeah.
I mean, your journey all the way from Nigeria to America.
Sure.
And yeah, and I apologize. And the journey that you came though was so crazy, and now you raise this family here in America. It's amazing.
Right. And the last boy is a colonel in the U.S. Air Force. He went to the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs.
Yep. And
he's now in Italy, but he visits all the time.
Well, I'll ask you this.
Okay.
How did you raise such amazing kids?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
My wife is the boss.
Oh, okay. You have the boss at home.
Yeah.
You seem like the sweetest guy I've ever met. I mean, may I ask, sir? I know women don't like to be asked the age, but do you mind if I ask your age?
I am retired already.
And people right now, they can't see a full face. They think you're about maybe 28 years old, but how old are you, sir?
I am 70, but I didn't have to work. And my children hate me for doing this job. But I don't want to sit at home. So I decided I lease this car. This is a lease.
Yep.
So I can drive, have something to do, instead of watching TV 24 hours.
I love it.
Because all the children have grown up and gone.
Right.
It's only two of us in the house now.
But you don't want to sit home with the wife and maybe do some more projects, you and her?
We don't have much to do. It used to be you mow the lawn.
Yeah.
We don't have any more lawn now. We have artificial grass on it. Or you go fence the yard. We don't have a yard to fence because we have wall all over the house. So it's just sit. The most you can do is take the blower and they blow off grass leaves on the grass.
You like to keep busy.
I like to keep busy. That's why I'm here.
Does your wife like to keep busy?
In a way. No.
All right, we're going to move into the question about the wife again.
Yeah.
What was special about her in raising your children?
She was more strict on them and more at home with them than I was. My work took me out of the house most of the time, but she didn't like traveling that much. So most of these places I had to go to work, I went alone. Okay. But she was with the kids at home. They were good, made sure they went to school and they did the assignments and all that. So that's how we started.
So it was a good household, running together.
Oh yeah, very
you guys
much.
Function
very much.
And the kids saw love and respect for family.
Sure, a lot. And the second boy is a director for the Midwestern states for this company.
Yeah.
They hired him here in Las Vegas and sent him to Chicago to run their companies.
Okay.
He says, Dad, I have 15 managers that report to me.
Yeah.
And I have an option to hire anybody or to fire anybody.
Yeah.
I say, don't fire them, just work with them. And the girl is going to medical school here.
Okay.
So everybody is on his own now.
Your story is amazing. I want to tell you, it's heart filling. I want to ask you though. I want to ask you another. So I'm going to ask you this now. Is like, you've seen this world and craziness go sideways. It doesn't strike me as someone that you have not let that affect you.
No.
Just as long as you drive safely, that's all. Because me and the kids are going to make sure you don't drive anymore.
No, we will.
No, you did fine there. That was great. You did better than I would have done in that traffic jam. But listen, the question is, it's a crazy world. Do you find the crazy world can we fix it? Is it broken? Is it more about media? Is it crazy? Do we need more? And I want to follow this up with, do we need more spirituality? And I'm a Christian, and I just asked that
I am a
away.
Christian too. I'm a Catholic.
So you believe in Christ and
Yeah,
God.
I believe in Almighty. I mean, power bigger and heavier than all of us. Our Maker is God. We call him God. People
You
call
give all
him-
glory. Is God who you would say in your life that you do have that, ultimate, that is your everything?
Of course, yes.
Why is God so important?
Yeah, because we have no control of life. We can't even make life. Although here now, the way the world is, we can destroy life, but we cannot make life. So it's only God who is in charge of everything and who is the maker of everything. Some people may call him any name. Some believe and some don't believe, but I believe. And my family believes. I came from a Christian family and I raised a Christian family too. So that's where we are. Yeah.
And in your Christian family that you raised, there is some attacks on Christianity you see in the kind of world today that we live on.
Sure.
Do you think that, like, maybe could Christians do better in selling or inviting people to be more involved with Christ? Do you think there's maybe the churches even have some responsibility?
The churches do have some responsibility because people are people. Some have their own ideas or beliefs, and some don't even have any, because I had a passenger who told me, I don't believe in God. I say, wait until you get into trouble, then you know. You have somebody to look up to and say, please help me. So you have no control of your life.
Right.
That person who made you has control. He knows you're in and out, where you're going and where you're coming from.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I believe in. So,
That's amazing.
But you cannot control what other people do. That's what makes us human. Yeah, but I believe in God myself.